So I almost lost my faith in the UnBrush. My son's hair has completely tested my faith with the UnBrush. First of all, he does have a really decent grade of hair. It's easy to manage. However, he likes to wear his hair out and he likes to do his hair on his own. So sometimes when I leave him to his own devices, when it comes to how to shampoo, condition, detangle, and what products to use, a lot of times I'm left with this. So he has a lot of matting. A lot of product is left in his hair. You can see those little, I don't know if you can see it that good, but it's like little white balls. Those are like shredded pieces. So I've already worked through two sections of his hair, and this side was the most challenging side for me. So I want you guys to see just how the UnBrush was not doing this thing initially. And I said, well, maybe I'm just brushing it wrong. But once I started to lay the brush at the base of his head and then brush straight down, you can see that it started to slowly detangle it. Now, a lot of people, they use the brush and it just goes through the first time. I had that happen when I used it previously, but I did not know that my son's hair was this matted. Like when I went through it, I was completely surprised because it keeps the top looking nice. But once you pull that up, all of the hair around his nape was completely tangled. So the more I brushed, and you can see he's not moving his head, he's not complaining too much right here. It started to detangle and remove the knot. And you can see that there's no hair that came out. Not it wasn't even a lot of hair that came out at this section. But as I move towards the top, there's two really thick matted pieces at the top. So I just started to brush through it. Sorry that this is a long video, but I just want you guys to see, like, it does not go through the first time. Like, I'm not saying that this brush does not work because I love this brush, but I'm saying that if you have completely tangled and matted hair, like really tangled and matted hair, it's going to take a little bit more time. You can see where the mat is right there again. I'm showing you guys, and I think that that's just due to a lot of product buildup, and it's also due to him just always wearing his hair curly every day. He applies product every day, and this is just a result of him doing that daily and sleeping on it and not completely detangling his hair. But you see how easy, once I just keep brushing it through, you can see that it slowly starts to move towards the end and the mat is no longer in there. So I'm going to say that my faith is restored because I don't know. I just really thought that this brush was not that effective, but it just takes a little bit more time with some textures of hair, especially hair that's easily tangled, like my son's hair. I could detangle his hair one day, and I promise you, he'll go to sleep maybe 2 nights, and then it's tangled and matted again. So if I let him go a month, then this is usually the result. So there's that knot that I've really had a tough time with. And you can see I just continue to brush it, and it eventually came out. But I thought that this brush was not going to do the job. Like this was definitely a challenge for this brush. So you can still see that a lot of the knots in there, but the one at the top has completely come out. And now I'm just working on that one. And from here on out, we both agreed that he should wear his hair braided more, even though he hates the braids. But I think the more that he wears it braided, like we can avoid these types of sessions of me detangling his hair for almost 20 minutes or so. I wouldn't say it took 20 minutes. Maybe it did take 20 minutes. I can't recall, but I know that it took a lot longer than I'm used to. And I know that it had to do with a lot of the matting that he has. So I know that this was unnecessarily long, but I just wanted you guys to see how much effort that it takes if your hair is really matted and really tangled. And I think that this probably could work with unlocking some people's hair. If you have the time and patience and you just continue to brush, it slowly separates the hair. So I think it's on sale. The link is in the bio.